So you know what's funny? I used to work in high school. I worked at this sawmill union. It was a lot of fun. I goofed around all day long, which is probably, safety hazard, but that's kind of how I roll. But there was a common mindset amongst my fellow union employees. They would sit around, waiting for the lunch bell, whatever you call it, so they could all just stop working for that allocated, pre-approved time, go sit down and have a coffee and shoot the shit a little bit. But the most common sentiment I ever heard, and it happened every day, every lunch break, somebody would say, if those guys in management were smart, they would ... finish the sentence. And it's funny because it's the mentality of people that are relying on a boss for their paycheck, and they don't even want to work. They hate working. They're quite vocal about how much they hate their job, but still they're invested. They're invested in making their workplace a little bit better. They're not going to do anything about it. It's just idle talk. It's complaining about the man. But it was funny that just so many of these guys would complain. If management was smart, they would do blah, blah, blah. And never asked why nobody asked for their opinion. Never stood up and tried to make a difference. Just complained. That was their lot in life. They were going to work the minimum hours, put in the minimum effort, rely on their union, and complain about management being dumb. But I'll tell you right now, management's not necessarily dumb. They just are thinking about bigger picture things. They're not the boots on the ground guys. They're not the ones doing the work day in, day out. That's these union. That was me. That was these guys. That was us. But it's just funny now. I look back on it, and they were unwilling to change their situation. I got out years ago. I haven't worked in the union since high school. That was a long time ago. And I've made my own way. I've made my own decisions. I've never said if management was smart, they would. Because I'm management. I'm the guy in charge. I started my own company several times. I made a lot of mistakes. Why? Because I wasn't smart. I did a lot of dumb things. But I learned from my mistakes. And the point is, I tried new things. I wasn't afraid to just, I wasn't just sitting there talking about doing stuff. I was doing stuff. So I get a little frustrated now when I hear people say something like, if management was smart, they would. That's just you telling me that you don't have, the confidence, the courage to go out and do something on your own. I think you should. You've got ideas. You have a way to make things better, safer, more effective, more profitable, whatever your idea is. Why are you afraid to act on it? I'm just wondering, why are you afraid to act on it? If you've got these great ideas, trust yourself. Some of your ideas are going to work. Don't start having them, but do start acting on them. That's the point. Act on them. You'll feel better. You'll be a better person. You'll be happy that you did. So that's my tip, guys. See you next time.